Okay, welcome back to Bolivia, where we are heading from Uyuni, the salt flats, down to Tupiza on another long, straight desert road. There was a day when I didn't film, which was the day when I was in the van. It wasn't particularly well. But a lot of the terrain that we passed through that day on the way down to the salt flats was very similar to this, in that we have very long, straight roads, desert scrubland either side. Not a lot of wildlife, not a lot of vegetation. We were still high up, we're still on the altiplano, but we start to descend later on today as we drop into Tupiza. It's about 500 metres lower than where we are at the moment, which I'm really looking forward to, because I'm hoping I'll be able to breathe again, because I've been at altitude for so long. I'm getting a little bit fed up of being short of breath all the time, but it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed the videos from yesterday's ride on the salt flats. It was a truly special day, one that I'll remember for a long time. It's just something you don't get a chance to do anywhere else in the world. But for now, it's another day heading south over the altiplano of Bolivia, heading down to Tupiza, ready for riding into Argentina tomorrow. Okay, here we are, still continuing our way across the Bolivian altiplano towards Tupiza. And I put the camera on because I thought you might want to see the wildlife that is here. It's a little hard to spot at times, but if you look very closely, as I go, I'll slow down slightly so you can have a look. There you go. We've got herds of llama. Little llamas. Cute little things. There's also vicuña, which are even harder to see. You know, if I see any of those while the camera's on. They're brown. They've got slender necks. Similar, they're part of the same camelid species as llamas and alpacas. But they're brown, slender necks, slender legs, and they can move quite quickly. Yeah, they're like a little deer, really. Some more llamas over there. You know, difficultly hard to spot. And then the other ones are rheas, which are two-legged birds similar to an ostrich, a little bit smaller than an ostrich. Grey bodies, white legs. Very, very difficult to spot, but I can't see any at the moment. But you do have to keep your eyes open, because as you can see, there's no fence at the side of the road, and the animals are wont to just wander across your path. So on a long straight road like this, you do need to maintain your concentration. There we go. I'll put the camera on a little bit later on and see if we can see any vicuñas or rheas, but at least you've seen some llamas and alpacas. Okay, so we've just dropped a little bit off the plane, very short distance since my last recording, and the landscape is beginning to change. It's a lot more. There's a lot more sort of rock formations and crevasses and things. It's all reminiscent of Utah, except not quite as red. We still haven't dropped much in the way of altitude yet, but it's always fascinating to see the landscape suddenly take on a completely different appearance. Anyway, long way to go yet. Well, that's it's not. It's only 74 miles. But, I'll tune in a little bit later. I just had to put the camera back on again because the landscape has changed, and we've done less than a couple of miles since I last switched it off. And we've now got this incredible greys and reds and browns and rust colours, and the hills are just like folding themselves over each other, and all of a sudden we've got bends to ride. I've been ridden straight for the past, I don't know, probably 500 miles. it's a welcome change. Look at the greys of these. This is just like, it's like cement, but it's not, it's rock. And then to my left it's bright red. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Well, it's just incredible. How deep that red is. I hope it comes across on the camera as much as it does to the naked eye. All of this, all within a few miles of the flat, barren plains and the salt flats themselves. The way the world evolves as you ride a motorcycle across country and overland is just, well, it's what makes doing it worthwhile. And the way that the world just changes. We're going to have some greens now thrown in. Beautiful. Okay, so here we are again in Bolivia, and the scenery's changed again. I'm slightly out of breath because we've been climbing a little bit more, so we're quite high up again. But just look at this for a view. It's hard to keep my eyes on the road when there's so much beautiful scenery to look at. The colours are quite amazing. Such a mix of shades of green and reds and greys. But we're sort of riding along a ridge at the moment of one of these mountains. You can see the road working its way across the hillside. Coach on my side of the road. There's nothing unusual around these parts. A few brown cows fast asleep. It's just beautiful. You can see how high up we are with the hills in the distance. Doesn't it just